So Coinbase just reported earnings, and this is everything that you need to know about it. So Coinbase, as of right now, after market hours, is up 7%. I think it's peaked nearly at that 10% mark as it hit highs of 181.85. Again, it just reported earnings less than 10 minutes ago, so please make sure that you're aware of that. As of right now, market closed at 165, and again, we hit highs of 181. One of the questions that we're getting right now is, well, first, let me break this down. February 15th, 2024, we reported earnings on Q4 of 2023. We came in at $1.04 per share when the expectation was 4 cents per share. Killed it, right? Way higher than what was expected. Revenue was expected to be $826 million, and remember, this is significantly more than the previous quarter, from 650 to 826. It came in at 953. Absolutely insane. So it blew through the water of $1.04 per share and nearly $1 billion in revenue. One of the questions that you must be asking is, but why is it only up 6%? We've seen it so many times where companies like sometimes don't even beat earnings, right? Or maybe just by a little bit, and they completely skyrocket. So why is Coinbase not experiencing that type of momentum right now? Very simple. Coinbase has been going up for the past 2 days. It's unfortunate when things like this happen, kind of, but they get factored in advance. And from just 2 days ago, Coinbase, from the highs that it made today, has gapped up over 25%. So it pretty much factored in advance because of Wall Street's expectation that it was going to report better than expected earnings, and it just factored that in advance. Now, this would have been really bad if it didn't come in as high as people expected, because then we would have seen some form of correction, right? But this is the unfortunate part for people that have been kind of waiting on the sidelines, is that, well, now there was so much momentum and so much getting factored in advance that once the report actually comes out, and although it is extremely, extremely good, it wouldn't really surprise me if people begin to lock in profits and we begin to see this somewhat correct itself. You have to understand, Coinbase is not just up 25% in 2 days, but if you look at the past performance in just, what do we want to say, the past 5 to 6 months, it's insane, right? From just a couple of months ago to where it's at right now, it's up nearly 144%. So it wouldn't surprise me if there begins to see some sell-in pressure as we go back to retest the same previous resistance range that we've had on Coinbase before the spot Bitcoin ETF approval. Now, again, if it has its guidance call and it says something that's going to send it to new levels, then maybe we can blow through that resistance and maybe go into that $200 price point per share. But as of right now, especially with the, I wouldn't want to call it downgrades. They definitely weren't upgrades, but pretty much just neutral calls at the price point of, I think, $150 a share or $80 a share when it comes down to coin. You even saw someone like Cathie locking in profits prior to Coinbase reporting earnings. And I think it's just because, although, again, Coinbase has reported way better than expected earnings, because there's been so much hype. Think about this. So much hype with the spot Bitcoin ETF, with what it just reported. How overvalued can it become before it truly corrects itself? 144% return is an insane return in just 5 months. So take that into consideration when thinking that this thing could go higher for longer. Of course, anything can happen, but I want to answer that question that you might be having of why. Why was it that Coinbase just didn't get the reaction that many other stocks have received when they've reported significantly less than expected earnings? And it's just because it factors things up in advance. It's a very hyped up stock. It's a very trendy stock right now. And there's great things that come with it, but there's also unfortunate things that come with it. And that's kind of what we're experiencing right now. So again, I'd love to keep you guys up to date. Make sure that you guys subscribe for updates. And if you have any other questions that you would like me to answer, feel free to comment down below and I would love to answer it for you. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up, and I hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session. And if you want to tune on in, it's the second link in the description down below. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year under green now. Take care, team.